Please be seated. Welcome to Lakewood High School's 2023 commencement ceremony. On behalf of the faculty and staff, I thank you for the support you have provided each of the graduates. Without your dedication, we would not be here today celebrating their graduation. These seniors have completed the first important step toward achieving their goals, and they are about to embark on the rest of their journey. Today, we celebrate their future endeavors. Now, our Teacher of the Year, Ms. Bridget Henry, will come forward to introduce our special guests.
We would like to welcome several special guests to our commencement ceremony. Please stand as I introduce you. Representing the Sampson County Board of Education are Mrs. Sonia Powell, Mrs. Kim Smidlin, Mrs. Eleanor Bradshaw, Mr. Glenn Faison, Mr. Darrell Warren. Also joining us on stage is Dr. David Gooden, Superintendent. We would like to thank all other county office members who are present today. We appreciate all that you do for Lakewood High School and other Sampson County schools. Board member, Mrs. Sonia Powell, will now address our seniors.
Good afternoon to all assembled here, but especially to the Lakewood High School class of 2023. I bring you greetings from the Sampson County Board of Education. We want you to know that we celebrate your accomplishments with you here today. We are aware that this is a milestone in your life that you have prepared for over the past 13 years. I imagine that for some of you, this moment came quickly. For others, not so quickly, but nonetheless, finally arrived. Side note, I trust that for some of you, 7th grade ELA was a positive. Okay, my challenge to you, enjoy today. Revel, that means to take intense pleasure and satisfaction in your right now. Party with your family and friends. Say goodbye to your classmates. Then after the fun, prepare yourself for the final points, advanced education, enlistment, or employment. Go ahead and make your paths in the world. We, the Sampson County Board of Education, desire only the best for you, the class of 2023. Be blessed.
Emily Shipway, our salutatorian, will now come forward.
Good afternoon, and thank you, friends, family, faculty, and staff, for coming to witness the one thing many of the class of 2023 had only previously dreamed and hoped of, graduation day. And now to the class of 2023, I want to say congratulations. This dream has become a reality and soon to be a memory. So with that, can I ask that we take one moment longer and soak in this moment to appreciate the four walls that hold us here together and allowed us to become a family before we walk across this stage and out to start a new chapter of our lives. One that means finding a new family, although this one will never truly be forgotten. It seems like just yesterday we entered these four walls, and now we're graduating. Who would have thought we'd been able to overcome so much adversity and hardship, considering we were robbed of our high school development years and only experienced 2.5 due to a pandemic. But here we all are, serving as the remnants of the last graduating class that was able to experience what high school was truly like before everything changed. I mentioned that graduating was only a dream for many of us. And although we all woke up to the same place, I realized we arrived here from different paths. Today, I wish to highlight some of the people who stand here today, helping to shape and form me into who I've become, and serve as my motivators, supporters, challengers, coaches, and saviors as I traveled my path to where I stand here today. First and foremost, I want to take a step back and recognize the person who taught me to write and deliver the speech I give today, Miss Sonia Powell. Ms. Powell, I realize now how much of an impact you truly had in my life. Although if you asked me 5 years ago, my only thought was, great, this teacher will only serve to see that we fail. But boy, was I wrong. You only pushed us to learn how to fight for success. That was a big fight. And this is something I hope I never forget. Also, sorry for using many of the banned words that were on your list, although I promise my vocabulary has expanded because of your class. I next want to recognize the first teacher I had the pleasure of having in high school, the woman who allowed me to overcome my fears of freshman year. As we serve as your first graduating class, Miss O'Neill, thank you for serving as a beacon of hope for these four walls of high school. The next person I would like to thank is a woman who showed me to be confident in who I am and not apologize for what others hoped I would be. A person who taught me to appreciate the little accomplishments and be patient for successful results, something I'm still working on. My dance teacher, widely known by many of her students as Miss Nash. Thank you. Thank you to Mr. Stewart, who challenged my thoughts and allowed me to broaden my mind to new perspectives. I will forever cherish our deep conversations that I never truly comprehended. Instead, I just shook my head and said yes or no. Thank you to Ms. Hendrick, Ms. Bowen, and Ms. Collado, who served not only as college advisors and mentors, but as life coaches, a listening ear, a shoulder to cry on, and so much more in the past year alone. Thank you to all the people I called bestie. Every single one of you became my daily boost of serotonin. Thank you to my parents and family who stayed up with me on late nights and helped me finish one last-minute paper and listened to me yell at my computer when I didn't understand an assignment. Much love to all of you. Thank you to the two main people, among the many of whom helped me survive high school and at life at this point. Anna Tarpley and Haley Parker. Without you both, I don't think I would have survived high school. Thank you to Miss Lisa Hare. I didn't realize that you would mean so much to me, but surprisingly, you entered my life and became like a second mom. Making sure I ate, that I was okay and not just fine. You taught me chemistry, but you also helped me through many hardships I encountered throughout this journey. And to cut the thank you short, I want to finally recognize the person who had been by my side, competed with me for top 10 and top grades ever since elementary school. Anna Grace, I can proudly say that we got here together, and I wouldn't want anyone else here beside me today. Although this chapter is ending, we go out together to begin our next journey at UNC Chapel Hill this fall. Roll heels. This is the part of the speech where I'm expected to give words of wisdom and advice to the graduating class as we go out on our separate ways and follow new paths. But with so many of us, how can I say the perfect piece of advice for our next steps? I found myself writing the speech and at a loss of what I could say. I then realized what I wanted to say, Although it is probably overused in many speeches, I want to give some advice that the famous artist and songwriter, the honorary Dr. Taylor Swift, gave in her graduating speech. As we go out today into the real world, remember this. The scary news is you're on your own now. But the cool news is you're on your own now. As we cross the stage today, I want us to remember where it all began and the family we became inside these four walls. As you cross the stage today, remember the person in front of you. They're the person who helped guide you on your path by giving you the answers to some homework assignment. The person behind you is the person who you helped find hope in a sea of doubt, giving some piece of advice or some criticizing comment that helped them in some way. Somewhere here today is a person who loves and supports you on your next journey. The person whom you shake hands with, well, that's the person who envisioned this moment. And they knew that they would be the person who would give us the means and opportunities to continue our lives on our next journey. And the person who stands in your shoes now, they're the person who dreamed of this moment, scared to grow up, ready to leave, and continued to keep going to arrive at this moment. Never quite understood what Stitch meant until this past year, when I realized Ohana truly does mean family. And family means no one gets left behind. I hope and pray for you all and wish you the best in wherever this life takes you next. And I hope that you don't forget that this family we formed in the 2.5 years together. Congratulations to the class of 2023. We did it, guys.
Cords and sashes for various honor societies have been presented to our seniors at previous ceremonies. However, we would like to acknowledge their achievements again today. Please refer to your program for the names of seniors in each organization. NC Scholars are wearing gold cords. To be an NC Scholar, students must take specific courses and maintain at least a 3.5 unweighted grade point average. NC Scholars, please stand and turn to be recognized. You may be seated. Beta Club members are wearing gold stoles. Beta members are selected on the basis of achievement, character, and leadership. They must maintain an overall 3.75 grade point average and complete community service. Beta Club members, please stand and turn to be recognized. You may be seated. You may be seated. Students who are recognized as academically and intellectually gifted have participated in the AIG program are wearing green cords. Please stand and turn to be recognized. You may be seated.
Our Sampson County Career and Technical Education Honor Society members are wearing blue and white cords. These students have completed a CTE pathway, earned a minimum grade of 90 in any CTE course by the end of their junior year, maintained an overall weighted GPA of 3.0 or above, and completed 2 hours of community service. Please stand and turn to be recognized. You may be seated. seniors who have completed a CTE pathway, as well as scored a level of silver, gold, or platinum on the Work Keys test, have earned the North Carolina Career Readiness Certificate. These students are wearing silver cords. Please stand and turn to be recognized. You may be seated. Students who have earned a minimum grade of 95 in any level of chosen arts course by the end of the completion of the third level and have an overall weighted GPA of 3.25 or above are eligible for membership in the Arts Honor Society. These students are wearing light blue cords. Please stand and turn to be recognized. You may be seated.
We are very proud of this year's senior class. Every graduate you see before you made the effort to attend school and to work diligently to reach high academic standards as required by North Carolina Department of Public Instruction. We would like to recognize those students who performed at the highest level and therefore have graduated in the top 10 of their class. Please stand as your name is called. Haley Lynn Parker. Bryson Leon Melvin. Peyton Emma Ketchum. Kaylin Ashley Iverson. Colin Reese Hunter. Leon Abelardo Rodriguez Jarkin. Anna Macon Hobbs. Benjamin Thomas Gatlin. Emily Marie Shipway. Anna Grace Blair Jackson. You may be seated. Each year, the faculty selects 8 students from the senior class for special awards. Much thought was given in the selection process, and it was an extremely difficult task to select only a few recipients it was a much difficult task to select only a few recipients from other deserving seniors. At this time, I'd like to present these awards to the following students. Please come forward to receive your plaque when your name is called. These seniors, school service. These seniors have worked for the school over and above the call of duty, given much of their time and energy, asking nothing in return. School service female, Ileana Royal. School service male, Zane Faircloth. Citizenship. These seniors have been recognized for always displaying positive attitude and for being very respectful and courteous. Citizenship female, Peyton Ketchum. Citizenship male, Freddie Gaspar de la Luz. Best all around. These seniors have at least a weighted GPA of 3.0 or above, participate in and lettered sports, demonstrate leadership, have excelled in areas other than academics. Best all around female, Emily Shipway. Best all around male, David Melvin. Outstanding. These seniors have at least a minimum weighted GPA of 4.0 or above, demonstrated leadership, and have excelled in areas other than academics. Outstanding female, Anna Hobbs. Outstanding Male, Leanne Rodriguez Jarkin. Administration would also like to recognize 2 additional students who have given their time, their energy, and their talents to make Lakewood High School a better place. The recipients of the Principal Award is Kaylin Iverson, Bobby Henry. I would now like to present our 2023 valedictorian, Anna Grace Jackson.
In the wise words of a beloved elementary school art teacher, Ms. Dukes, good afternoon, class of 2023. Whoop, whoop! Firstly, I would like to take a moment to thank my family, especially my mother. I truly appreciate everything you all have done for me during these 13 long years. From helping me pack my lunches in elementary school to driving me 2 hours for an NCSSM online weekend, you have fully immersed yourselves into aiding my educational experiences. I would not be here without you guys, so thank you. I would also like to mention some educators who have truly made a difference in my life, one of which taught me my ABCs, Miss Bradshaw, my kindergarten teacher. Now, although I ended up in timeout for talking too much at times, she always showed us love, compassion, and gave us the fundamentals to grow into the intelligent, successful young adults we are now. To Miss Kelly and Mr. Stewart, thank you for the many hours outside of class you spent proofreading and helping me and giving me advice on papers. To Mr. Williams, thank you for being the sole reason I passed biomedical engineering at NCSSM last year. You're a lifesaver. To all the women in the front office, thank you for the memories you allow me to create with you all. Although our time was only the span of 1 semester, you all show me the kind of woman I can hope to be when I'm older, especially you, Miss Bobby. And to Miss Hendrick, thank you for helping me reach my goals of attending college. I speak for every single student at Lakewood when I say you will be dearly missed next year. Now, to my fellow classmates and friends, you can relish in the fact that you have made it here today. One lesson I believe we have come to learn in our 4 years is tenacity in the face of adversity. One moment we were in the early days of the 2nd semester of our freshman year, and the next we were juniors taking the ACT. The COVID-19 pandemic took an extreme toll on all of us. Now, I will not go into extreme details because I know COVID is all we have heard about since it began, but it is notable in our story as the class of 2023. For some, mental health was affected, social necessities were stripped away, and our idea of normalcy was changed forever. I can vividly recall that last week before the world turned upside down. Monday was just a normal Monday. By Wednesday, we had experienced something pretty scary, if you remember what I'm hinting at. And by Friday, the world had turned upside down. I remember Miss Grady telling Miss Hare that the NCAA basketball championship had been canceled indefinitely. We could no longer eat together at breakfast, and they had added a 4th lunch onto the schedule to aid into social distancing. That was the first time out of many we would hear about that.
I left at 11:30 to get a haircut that day and didn't see the halls again until January of 2021. Many of you here today share that overwhelming sense of incompletion. We will never know what could have been if this hadn't occurred. But I believe that focusing on the what ifs and could have happened moments is fruitless. With the impact of COVID, we learned to bounce back stronger. We learned to utilize technology in ways other students never had to. We have experienced something together, even in isolation, that has created a bond and nuance of similarity within our class. The resiliency of us, the class of 2023, is unmatched in my opinion. But we must also acknowledge what is to come. We are all setting off to begin the rest of our lives as adults. Some of us will attend a university or a community college, while others will enter the workforce or enlist in the military. If you look amongst yourselves today, you will see future doctors, nurses, teachers, welders, soldiers, and who knows what else. We can take some time now to reflect on what all this means in terms of progress and growth in our lives. We are all going in separate directions as this year comes to an end, yet we should all have a common goal, the goal of happiness, satisfaction, and overwhelming desire to do something positive in this life. Your positive might be serving the country through the military or fixing air conditioners, which is a service in this North Carolina heat and humidity. We're extraordinary young adults with the rest of our lives ahead of us. Embrace it. It is one of the only things you can do to prepare. In a few moments, Mr. Good will step to this podium and instruct us to turn our tassels from right to left, officially announcing us as the graduating class of 2023. With the turning of our tassels, we are also turning the pages of our lives. This chapter is closing, and with it comes a flood of memories, favorite characters, and fundamental messages to hold on to. We have all been co-authors in this incredible story we call high school. What has your contribution been to others' stories? Has it been kind, meaningful, brief? What will your lasting impression be in the chapter that ends today? In the same motion that this chapter ends, a new one is about to begin, one that may seem intimidating and unfathomable. If I've learned anything during high school, it is that it is okay to struggle and to ask for help and to ask questions, that this struggle and ultimately at times failure is inevitable. I think the same is true in life. But we must overcome, stay curious, be lifelong learners, and have faith in what is to come next. It'll be very hard work. It'll be hard in general as we enter the unknown and readjust to another new normal, adulthood. But we, the class of 2023, have got this. I will leave you with one final thought, a quote by former First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt. She once said that the purpose of life is to live it, to taste experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for newer and richer experience. So do just that. Live life to the fullest, never turn down an opportunity for more, and be eager as well as fearless as we take the leap into the next beautiful chapter of life. Congratulations, fellow classmates. We, the class of 2023, did it. Thank you.
For your convenience, a professional photographer from Carlton Hubbard will be photographing each graduate as they receive their diploma. Information about how and when to order pictures has already been given to each graduate. In order to maintain dignity and respect, we ask that you hold your cheers and applause until the last graduate receives his or her diploma. Parents, please stand to be recognized as I call your graduate's name. Joaquin Trinidad Aguirre. Angelina Brianna Nicole Allen. Jordan Nasir Barnes. Courtney Elaine Bass. Landon Charles Bell. DeAndre Nakia Bennett. Zakiah Caprice Bennett. Leah Catrice Bethay. Latanya Khalees Boone. Jamari James Boykin. Malia Sheree Boykin. Brandon Wayne Branch. Madison Dawn Branch. Psychasia Giovanna Rymere Brown. Elizabeth Grace Carroll. Lauren Nicole Carroll. Ashlyn Michelle Cook. Mark Antonio Cooper II and Woody. Jairo Abel Cortez. Gunnar Adair Cox. Harmony Ray Kraft. Angel Daniel Cruz Sosa. Luis Leonardo Cruz Sosa. Brandon Xavier Deaver. Wanye Jaden Dolby. Soraya Nalasia Corche Doss. Vanessa Nicole Duncan. Demarion Guy Eason. Brandon Ray Edwards Carrier. Jonathan Estrada. Komari Simone Evans. Zane Thomas Faircloth. Jada Nevea Fisher. Kwanzia Delasia Freeman. Tony James Freeman, Jr. Albany Quinn Fusco. Freddie Yahir Gaspar de la Luz. Nathan Daniel Gassaway. Benjamin Thomas Gatlin. Shelby Louise Virginia Hatcher. Bobby Rayshawn Henry. William Herrera. Xavier Jameson Herring. Anna Macon Hobbs. Ethan James Hollingsworth. Colin Reese Hunter. Kaylin Ashley Iverson. Anna Grace Blair Jackson. Thomas Ryan Jackson. Selena Jose Morales. Peyton Emma Ketchum. Gwendolyn Marie King. Eduardo Hernandez Laura. Bridget Lozano. Caleb Michael Madgar. Abigail Pilar Mancia Diaz. Adelina Sylvia Martinez. Kevin Martinez Blanco. Darnell Matias Valentin. Kaylee Brianne Matthews. Aiden Zachary May. Natalie Marie Maynor. Jacob Edward Melton. Bryson Leon Melvin. David Wayne Melvin. Tierra Ashay Melvin. Megan Taylor Mitchum. Carrie Aubriana Monk. Brittany Yohani Moreno Nunez. James Malachi Murphy. Kaylee Grace Lynn Newton. James Dalton Nunnery. Austin Michael O'Hara. Antonio Lee Olgan Acosta. Liliana Pacheco Moreno. Haley Lynn Parker. Clay Dawson Pittman. Colin Pierce Ratliff. Hannah Nicole Register. Carla Zui Riviera Gonzalez. Leon Abelardo Rodriguez Jarkin. Ileana Matizia Royal. Esmeralda Julia Salas Arroyo. Angel Salazar Garcia. Oscar Sanchez Torres. Destiny Lynn Sessoms. Emily Marie Shipway. Denham Imani Smith. Romina Junalise Solano Aponte. Cheyenne Nicole Spell. Matthew Thomas Staten. Katie Jack Tanner. Anna Bailey Tarpley. Julia Madison Tyndall. Summer Raylan Tyndall. Yesenia Adela Vargas. Cheyenne Durrett Williams. Kevin Josue Zuniga Acosta.
Seniors, please stand. By the power vested in me by the state of North Carolina and the Sampson County Board of Education, I pronounce you graduates of Lakewood High School, the rights and privileges of its alumni. Congratulations, class of 2023.
Da, 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 da.